Good afternoon. Welcome to the annual Management Department Advertising Competition. Today we are doing something a little bit different. All of the ads have to do with UNCA athletics or things to do with the sports department. Okay, so as a result, all of our judges come from that part of the campus. We have Matt Kern, who is coach of the men's soccer team, and since I have a lot of the soccer teams in my class, I know that they are an improving team, hoping to win the Big South before I leave here. We have Mike Gore, the Associate Athletic Director for External Affairs, and Mike just told me he was here, in my mind, an incredible 28 years. And Aaron Punter-Spence, I've known Aaron since I've been here. Aaron is the Director of Sales and Marketing, and I'd like you to welcome all of our judges who've given up their time to be here. And without further ado, the first group is Bulldog Strong.
Hi, I'm Margot. This is Emily, Andrew, and Melissa, and our advertisement is #BulldogStrong.
I am Giving Back Strong.
I am Leadership Strong.
I am School Pride Strong.
I am strong in creativity.
I'm strong in academics.
I am strong in club involvement. I am strong in community involvement. I am Bulldog Strong.
I am Bulldog Strong.
So when creating this ad, we first met with the sports management team that we were assigned from Dr. Fogel's class. At the meeting, the team explained that their idea and subject of #BulldogStrong. They emphasized that they wanted to increase awareness that athletes aren't just jocks, but well-rounded individuals as well. Another focus they had was creating an ad that resembled NCAA ads. The team really wanted to have an even amount of men and women athletes, which we were able to do. Now I'm going to pass it on to Emily, who will talk about branding.
We chose to have #BulldogStrong consistently on screen to reinforce the subject of our advertisement. We were inspired by the use of hashtags in primetime television and televised sporting events to add in a social media component to be used on campus. In addition to having the tagline being consistently on the screen, we chose to place the athlete's name and team while we decided not to include their major. We did this for two reasons. Generally, there isn't much diversity in the majors of the athletes on this campus. Many of them actually happen to be management majors. We also decided that the addition of the major on screen would be cluttered and busy with viewing the commercial and the text. The editor made a point to take into consideration focal points of the text that we used to ensure that our advertisement wouldn't seem too busy or overcluttered. We chose fonts and color schemes that go with the university's branding. We actually chose the Seriously Creative font and the Asheville Athletic Department blue, black, and white to bring cohesiveness that this is in fact a university advertisement. Andrew will now discuss the selection of our athletes as well as the music choice.
We chose a variation of sophomores and junior students who are on different sports teams and also well established within the campus community. These are all students who have influenced us personally outside of the athletic arena. When selecting these students, we wanted to keep it about a 50-50 assortment with 4 females and 3 males. The students were excited to hear about our commercial with the details, this proving that athletes are more than just jocks. We chose the Shale Center as our focal point. This provides an athletic setting and pride within our athletic department. We also chose the song Hall of Fame by The Script featuring will.i.am. This song is all about success and being a champion, but also being a student and a leader and the importance of being a good role model. I'm now going to hand it over to Melissa, who is going to talk about the target market.
Hello. So first, we wanted to make a target market be non-athletes. We were interested in this as non-athletes to raise awareness on this campus that as non-athletes we don't know the lifestyle, we don't know the dedication and hard work necessarily that athletes have to do here. We wanted to raise awareness about that and to show athletes that non-athletes too care about them and appreciate their hard work that they do for this university. We wanted another target market to be athletes themselves to be able to receive this advertisement and see that non-athletes do care about them. We wanted to show this hopefully to prospective athletes, so they would see that this is a school that's very supportive of people who want to pursue their athletic career, their athletic skills, but also want to pursue things outside of the athletic department. As well as we thought about showing this to alum to maybe bring in some funds to show that every year we're getting even more well-rounded student athletes here, to show that if they donated money to this, there are some really great valuable students here who could use that. We did a call to action at the end of Are You Bulldog Strong? So we asked a question basically to encourage the use of this on social media, Twitter, Facebook, that it could be for anybody, not just athletes, to ask, are you Bulldog Strong? Are you a valuable member of this community? As well as we just wanted to offer for everybody, we could easily change this ad to be for any organization, for a specific sports team, like just for the baseball team, just for the soccer team, or it could be for campus ministries, fraternities, sororities, anything on this campus that wants to be Bulldog Strong and to put themselves out there to raise excitement at the university about the strength of our students and how well-rounded we are as a liberal arts university. So if you're interested in any way in using this Bulldog Strong advertisement, just let us know if you're interested in seeing it in your organization. And we welcome any questions right now from anybody that may have any.
In picking the student athletes, you talked about they inspired you. How? Just how did they inspire you to pick for the ad?
Does anybody want to answer that, or I can? Well, a few of these athletes have been ones that have personally impacted me at this school. I know the man Kevin in that video, Kevin Paradise on track, was one of my freshmen, a boy that lived across the hall from me freshman year. He was always so nice to me. I don't have personally too many friends in the athletic department, like close friends, so he's always been extremely nice to me. The girls on the cheer and dance team, Joey Cutting was really excited to be in this video with us, and we know that he's a very well-liked, successful student here, so we wanted to include students that really reach out to every outlet in our school. Yeah. Yep. What's that? Oh, okay. That's all the questions we have?
I just have one
Okay.
comment. I thought that the attempt to portray athletes as more than just athletes is so fitting here. It's one of the things that we stress, I know, in the men's soccer program about UNC Asheville being extremely inclusive. And if you want to be with somebody who's just like you, this isn't the place where you need to come, because there's all different types of people here, and they're very open and accepting, and to show the athletes who do different things beyond their sport was very well done. I was impressed.
Well, thank you. Nothing else? If not, oh, thank you. We can show the ad again. So.
I am giving back strong.
I am leadership strong.
I am school pride strong.
I am strong in creativity.
I'm strong in academics.
I am strong in club involvement. I am strong in community involvement. I am Bulldog Strong.
I am Bulldog Strong.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Stephen White. Here's my group. It's Victoria Bird, Ian Jordan, and Joe Wheeler, and we did the athletic department as a whole, and here's our ad.
They told us that a school this small couldn't break records.
They told me I would never be strong enough to make a difference.
They told me I could not be a student and an athlete.
They told me I couldn't rise to the challenge. They told us we couldn't, so we proved them wrong.
So our ad was directed towards prospective and current students, as well as alumni, through our key message that UNC Asheville is a small school and despite limited resources still continues to achieve success academically and in its sports program. and that with greater student involvement and support from alumni and the Asheville community, the possibilities could be endless. We appealed to these markets through a mix of dramatic music and through a direct challenge through our "they said we couldn't" or "never could" taglines. Our actors are all around the same age as the target markets we chose and are shown engaged in activities that the markets have participated in the past or currently practice now. We upheld the need for greater participation and encouraged an active and healthy lifestyle to appeal to those individuals who are no longer students, while at the same time stressing the problems of the department as a whole. We plan to use the influence these markets have as past, present, and future students to build awareness of the department and spread awareness through word-of-mouth communication. And now here's Victoria to touch on various details about our ad.
All right, so one thing that we also really wanted to harp on in this ad was we wanted to include UNC Asheville Blue in every single shot. We wanted to make sure that our target market, people who are watching the ad, would see that color every time and every single shot. We also wanted to showcase individual sports. One of our main goals to showcase the athletic department as a whole was to show how many different sports there are, and obviously this is just a few of some of the really awesome ones that we have. Another thing that was very important to us was we wanted to showcase different areas on campus, not just have one specific area. So we chose, like Joey was in the Olympic weight room, we had Dan with the soccer in the soccer locker room. We also had the track, javelin, high jump, different areas all around the campus. Another thing that we really liked was music. We actually chose Superman 2013, Man of Steel by Hans Zimmer. We really liked the idea that there was some suspenseful music. We wanted it to kind of slowly escalate and then be a big ending right at the very end there. We also wanted to show in every shot kind of a wide angle. So we did like a wide view on Anna and Joey, show off the different facilities. That way people could see, what we work with and what we're capable of. Another important thing is that the music climaxes when John Ballard does the high jump, which was really cool because it was such a pivotal moment in the ad. It was an excellent, excellent shot. And we really wanted to showcase that, and we felt the music would be that perfect opportunity. Another thing that was great is that the music fades once the logo comes up, and we wanted to create that dramatic exit. And we also wanted to include the quote at the very end because that's something that I know our athletic department really, really has a lot of pride in.
We worked with the client group to create an overarching theme for this commercial, which became what we titled, "They Said We Couldn't, We Proved We Could." We choose this theme because we thought it was both a powerful and positive message. It would ultimately create a strong motivation for individuals within our target market to support the UNC Asheville Athletic Department by attending athletic events and contributing to the department through donations. We further promoted the theme of this commercial by adding an emphasis on brand awareness of the UNC Asheville Athletic Department. We accomplished this through the use of action shots starring actual UNC Asheville student athletes, voiceovers by those exact same student athletes, and suspenseful background music that concludes with a final message that says, "We are strong." We feel that this lasting impression will linger in the viewer's mind long after the commercial ends. And now Joe will talk about the limitations we faced as a group.
So it was pretty interesting. We, dealing with the athletes on campus, we were proven to test the challenges, and we wanted to give, like Ian said, a commercial that will stick with you for minutes after. So when you're thinking about what that athletic association is going to mean, we wanted to leave you with that little exit. So the music alongside the action shots kind of gave that ending. Another limitation is the length of it. With that 30 seconds, we wanted to kind of get you with a punch and kind of end on a good, positive note. Just like with Man of Steel, we chose that music because it was that invincible type of feel that players get when they're gearing up for a game. So we wanted to kind of incorporate that with the 30 seconds. So I'll show it to you again, and we will have time for questions.
They told us that a school this small couldn't break records.
They told me I would never be strong enough to make a difference.
They told me I could not be a student and an athlete.
They told me I couldn't rise to the challenge. They told us we couldn't, so we proved them wrong.
You guys have any questions?
Is there a reason that you included Adidas?
We realized that 2 or 3 years ago we were sponsored by Nike, but talking with the athletic department and talking with the students, we saw that all of their gear or most of their gear now is Adidas. So either Crohn's or Adidas. So that's why we chose Adidas. So to showcase the athletic association with the Adidas. So.
In regards to the different student athletes that you're selecting, did you find them receptive in terms of being willing to participate, and did you ask other members around campus? I know we're only 2 in, and I'm just curious about other teams and if the student athletes were really excited to be involved, or some of them said thanks but no thanks.
When initially we approached some athletes, and it just happened that the 4 people that we filmed were in the other group that we partnered with. So it was very easy to kind of get them involved, but we also had people that were jumping at the chance as well. So, yeah. Anything else?
The last slide was kind of fast. Did it have our website on it? Okay.
Okay, so good afternoon. I just want to thank you all for being here. My name's Philip. This is Nick, Tara, and John. And we had the Asheville baseball program, which some of you may know our facilities aren't quite up to par with the Big South conference. You can look at Liberty, Coastal Carolina. A lot of people in our conference, their facilities are way better than ours. And I know we're doing a little fundraising right now, trying to raise enough money for a new stadium, which is great. And we wanted to get something out there to kind of bring that news or bring that energy back and remind you about it. So without further ado, go ahead and play our commercial.
Billy, can you see anything? I can't even see what's going on. What's happening?
Take a win, man. Bottom of the 9th, up 1. How nice would it be if we had a better facility, get more fans behind us? We got 50 here, but just think about if we had 500.
Let's go Bulldogs, here we go.
If you build it, they will come.
For more information about donating to the UNC Asheville baseball program, visit uncabulldogs.com.
Yeah, so we really wanted to focus on what our target market was because we knew we were going to have to ask for a good sum of money. So we came up with primarily our target market's going to be UNCA alumni, and more specifically, UNCA alumni that graduated and played a sport or athletic. But secondarily, we had another target market, which was the community as a whole, because they do come out and they come out and support the team, and they kind of want to see. It's not very comfortable to sit in, so we know that they also might be interested in giving some money to make it a little bit more enjoyable for them as well. So we had these two very different markets, kind of varying from age from young adults, 20, 25 to 40, and then kind of like our parents' age, maybe from like 40 to 60. So we were trying to come up with ideas of how we could hit both at the same time. And that's kind of where we got the idea of making it a little bit funny for the younger adults, which is where the guy that you could barely see his head kind of peeking over the top, being like, what's going on? We also came up with, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the movie Field of Dreams, but I'm sure all of your parents are, especially if they like sports. So we kind of wanted to incorporate that aspect in it so we could hit the young adults and the older adults to make sure that we're getting the full array of what we could be getting as far as donations go. Our last little clip there shows our call to action, basically what we're asking for. We're asking them to contact Janet Cohn and maybe give some money. So now we're going to pass it over to Tara, and she's going to talk about some of the things that you might have missed, the little nuances of our commercial.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about some aspects that you guys might not have noticed the first time watching our ad. So first is the jersey choice. The baseball team has 5 different jerseys, and we actually asked them to wear the jerseys that they're wearing in the dugout because it's their retro jerseys. So the jerseys are actually based off of what the 1980s Houston Astros wore. So this actually fit perfectly with our ad and with the theme of our ad, because Field of Dreams was actually filmed in the 1980s. So therefore is another way that we could tailor to our target market. Also, our ad had no music or background noise, and this was to imitate the silence of the small crowds at the baseball games. And this was to enhance our message to convey that we need a new stadium for more fans and for more noise in our stadium. And finally, the ad was a bit corny and we had no high-tech effects, but this was to match the feeling of the baseball stadium right now. We felt that if we went with high-tech effects, it would clash with our overall message. So now I'm going to hand it over to Nick with our challenges.
All right, so some of the challenges we faced when we were making this ad, we really had 2 main ones. The first one was dealing with everyone's schedule and getting it to match up with 3 athletes. Right now, me and Philip are in season with baseball, and John just finished up season with tennis. So it was really hard to get all of our schedules to line up and get filming done. But we were able to break it down and do it in different pieces and kind of do it in groups of 2 and 3 to make it work. And the other biggest challenge is, so we're making light of the situation of the current state of the baseball stadium, but we didn't want to really poke too much fun, especially since our target market is alums, and especially alums of the athletic department. So while we're making a lot of the situation, kind of having a little fun with it, being a little humorous, we didn't want to upset anybody. We didn't want to kind of step on any toes, because the stadium really has come a long way since in the last like 5 to 10 years. We just really wanted to, the purpose of this ad is to kind of finish and get it to where we need to be a finished product. All right, let me show the ad again.
Yeah. Billy, can you see anything? I can't even see what's going on. What's happening? Here you go, man. Bottom of the 9th, up 1. How nice would it be if we had a better facility, get more fans behind us? We got 50 here, but just think about if we had 500. Let's go, Bulldogs. Here we go.
If you build it, they will come.
For more information about donating to the UNC Asheville baseball program, visit uncabulldogs.com.
Any questions? I know we did a great job.
I'll go first. I thought it was funny. I really laughed hard, and I thought you did a good job in terms of trying to appeal to 2 different groups. The younger folks with the humor, and then the Field of Dreams reference for people Mike's age and my age. I think in terms of your sensitivity to addressing an issue that you want to get fixed is important, and also at the same time being sensitive to the guys who graduated 5 years ago or 10 years ago and not be ungrateful for the experience that they went through. So.
Yeah, I'll jump on what Matt said. That someone who's been here a couple years. I thought that was really good what you did. It's not the greatest stadium in the world, as we all well know, but 10 years ago I didn't have a cover on my press box. So, and 10 years ago, you guys rode in vans. And
right. And we just got lights this year, which is phenomenal. So,
but we still got a long way to go and stuff, like that. But no, I thought you did a good mix there and stuff. So that was a good job on that.
I feel like I'm like the critical one. Did you consider putting in a picture of the new stadium, or did you have access to the renderings for the new stadium that you're talking about? Like, if you build it, they will come, but then it doesn't really show what we're trying to build.
The thing is, I don't think the school might not even. We didn't contact anyone about trying to get sketches. I don't think they have even gotten that far. They were more concerned with getting lights so we could actually play, as opposed to getting people there. So it's kind of like they just phased that in and they spent a lot of money on it. So now we just kind of want to gently remind them that it's not over yet. Maybe we could even show this to the athletic department and get them to start making sketches about what it could be and could look like.
Yeah, there's sketches.
Wasn't it an older one? They had an older sketch.
There's a new sketch.
There's a new one.
There's
It's
a new
on
one?
the front. It's on the front page of the website. Just down below and stuff.
It's okay.
But
I'm
yeah,
just curious.
yeah.
If you,
It's hard in 30 seconds, I mean, hard to get all that in stuff and everything like that, so. But, yeah, but there is something.
did you ask Jane if you can give a phone number publicly? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no coach keeps talking about, oh, well, if we had this kind of stadium or this one, or.
It's good that I'm a critical person.
Oh, you're fine. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, but it's got the assignment of the group, so.
We'll blame the other class.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank
Good.
you.
Thank you.
How you guys, how's everybody doing? I'm Trent, this is Danusha, Rodney, Jayana, and Ben, and we did our commercial on the Kimmel Arena, kind of bring awareness to our facilities and that it's more than just a basketball court.
Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Trent.
We're UNCA students.
Welcome to our new home, the Kimmel Arena.
This court was made for basketball, but you can do more than just dunk on it. In the past, it's also been used for trade shows, business conventions, and basketball tournaments. There's an infinite amount of possibilities of what you can do with this space. So if you're ready, contact the Kimmel Arena today.
So the whole idea of our commercial revolved around trying to appeal the service of the Kimmel Arena. As stated in the commercial, this service was its ability to provide a large-scale space for a large-scale event to the target market. Our target market in this case was people 30 years of age or older, because we figured that most students and recently graduated alumni do not have the amount of capital needed to host a large-scale event. We also wanted to enunciate the architectural feature of the Kimmel Arena compared to the U.S. Cellular Center, which would probably be the two venues that people would be looking at if they wanted to host a large-scale event in Asheville. The architectural structure of the Kimmel Arena that is advantageous compared to the U.S. Cellular Center is the fact that it has a lot more natural lighting, so it's more appropriate for daytime events and nighttime events compared to the U.S. Cellular Center, which is only appropriate for nighttime events since it only has artificial lighting. Now I'm going to pass it over to Jayana, who's going to talk about why we picked Ben and Trent.
Okay, so we picked two of our group members because they are students at UNCA, and we wanted to, get across that they are knowledgeable about the Kimmel Arena and everything that you could do there. We used Ben to, kind of have a conversation with our target audience instead of, it being just informative and like an infomercial and bland. We wanted Ben's bold personality to, show out and connect with our target audience. So Trent represented the sports side of the Kimmel Arena. That's what it's usually known for, and people in the community might come to basketball games and see Trent play. But Ben, on the other hand, he represents like the business side and all the alternate possibilities that we could show at the Kimmel Arena. So I'm going to pass it over to Rodney, and he's going to talk about all the added things that Ben I can show.
So rather than doing a voiceover, we decided that we were going to keep Ben on the screen just so that we would have him there at the last minute to connect with our target audience right before the commercial went to an end, and then you were given contact information. So that was our call to action. So if you were interested in it, then that you would have the contact information, but it was given to you very personally by Ben, who was with you from the very beginning of the commercial all the way until the end, and he kept it so that you felt like it was a brightened mood in the commercial, and you felt like that's where you needed to be. If you wanted to have a good event, that's where you needed to go. So now I am going to pass it over to Ben, and Ben is going to tell you about some of the complications in the music choice.
So the music choice that we took here was from the Steve Miller Band. It's Fly Like an Eagle. It came out near the mid-'70s, so we figured that an older audience would be able to connect with this song and find it relative to what they grew up with. But we chose it with a little bit of a twist on it. When you listen to it again, you'll notice it has a more upbeat beat to it. So it kind of makes you like, yeah, that's new. That's new. The Kimmel Arena, yeah, that was just built, right? So we're basically going from the Justice Center, something that was older, to something that's a lot better and more state-of-the-art and appeals to a more professional crowd. And that's why we went with that song. And some of the constraints we had were the Kimmel Arena is already used for events around campus, and there was always carpet either set up on the court or there was basketball practice going on, so we can't really go down on the court in the middle of basketball practice or warm-ups and just start filming in the middle of the court. So we had to return to the court a lot. We would ask the box office, hey, when's this gonna happen? They'd tell us, oh, Tuesday, it'll be clear. It wasn't clear, but we just kept going back until it was right and we got all the shots we needed. So we had a good time doing that. So now we'll show you the clip, our commercial, one more time, and then we'll take some questions.
Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Trent.
We're UNCA students.
Welcome to our new home, the Kimmel Arena.
This court was made for basketball, but you can do more than just dunk on it. In the past, it's also been used for trade shows, business conventions, and basketball tournaments. There's an infinite amount of possibilities of what you can do with this space. So if you're ready, contact the Kimmel Arena today.
So, questions?
Well, first off, thanks for asking the box office, because a lot of people don't. They just kind of wander in and interrupt practice. And you know, I had to film a TV show there this year, and it would be amazed people just kind of waltz. We had you know, people restrained and stuff and everything like that. So thanks for asking and checking and everything. I really like the quick edits and stuff with the, that was really good stuff. And I know you're limited, as I said earlier, about 30 seconds and everything, but did you think about having like a shot of a concert in there? Or
We actually did. We had it was the last concert that they had there. We had a shot of it, but the way that it came together with the commercial just made it too fast. We had to speed up the commercial, so it was even quicker than that. So it was just almost too much to put in there. But we did like to keep it with a certain amount of quickness to keep the attention of the viewer without having one shot on it for too long.
Very well done. Very well done.
From a usage standpoint with Kimmel Arena, was the target market more local people within 20 miles, or were you considering people out of state as well? Was there a consideration for that? Or
I think our focus was definitely local, just because that would be the people that would be using it the most. But I don't think they would turn anyone down if it was like a bigger, high-profile event that they needed to have there that would be out of state. I think that they would definitely be, available for that. But our target audience was definitely the local. So.
I thought it was well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm good. It's not UNCA. Thank you.
Trent, when was the last time you dunked like that?
How's it going, guys? I'm Charlie. It's O'Day, Eliza, and Seth. We have the Sherrill Center in general, and we actually, when speaking with the other group and Dr. Fogel's class, we chose to focus on the fitness center, in particular the gym. Oops. So we'll go ahead and show that to you right now. So currently, students, faculty, and people with eligible recreation passes are able to use the Sherrill Center fitness room. And we wanted to change the feeling that the gym has to be intimidating, because we feel like a lot of people feel like when they they don't want to go to the gym because they're not in shape, which is the wrong attitude to have, because you're never going to get in shape if you can't go to the fitness center. You can't go for a run if you're afraid what people think. So for that reason, we wanted to show camaraderie and someone working out with their friends, which is also why we chose a bit of humor, because we feel that it appeals more to our target market. And Seth's going to talk to you a little bit more about that.
All right. When we started doing our research for this project, we found that the College Health Association reports that 43% of students meet the recommendations for moderate or vigorous exercise, while 18.2% of people in college did between 3 to 7 days of exercise, and 55% found that it was 1 to 4 days of exercise. Well, we wanted to target the other percent, so we went for the 26% that didn't exercise with this commercial.
Alrighty, so UNC Asheville students, faculty, and staff have availability to the Sherrill Center Fitness Room and should utilize the service. We aim to add value to the Sherrill Fitness Room through making a connection between the consumer's need state and the benefits the fitness room can provide. In our effort to create this value, the Sherrill Fitness Room provides a level of convenience, which is a functional benefit in our research, or as we have learned in class, the functional benefits are benefits that come from a product's objective performance characteristics. Also in our research, it proves that most gym members live within close proximity of the gym they attend, and on campus, and our on-campus fitness center is intended to be convenient for students, faculty, and staff.
Our positioning strategy involved selecting the key theme of having to start somewhere, which is featured at the end of the advertisement. We use this caption to communicate the distinctiveness of the service to the target market. The only difficulty we had for filming was finding the right time to film without disrupting members of the gym. We did the editing ourselves. We used Final Cut Pro. We used the song Pump Up the Jam to kind of appeal to the target market's nostalgia, which is the main song in Space Jam. So that's basically focusing on our target market. And we'll go ahead and show the video for the second time and see if we have any questions. Any questions?
Good job, because you showed, working out can be fun, which I think you talk about how, at the start, about how people are intimidated by gyms and stuff, and that was good. You showed that it could be fun, especially camaraderie. I thought that you did a great job at that. Good job on that.
Yeah, working out with people is always better.
Oh, yeah.
No question.
It gets awkward by yourself.
Where do you intend for your ad to be shown?
Hopefully the website, if on YouTube or something like that, but nothing specific yet.
I think it has the potential to be very impactful for some of the students here, because that facility, that weight room specifically, the Wellness Cafe right across, is very inviting, and for people who don't work out, it can be scary. And the message was very, I was 10 seconds in, I was curious as to what direction it was going to go, and then when the people were helping her lift the on the bench press, it was really well done, so I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely going to focus basically just on a local school basis. It's not going to go anywhere outward. So just to connect to the students and the faculty and the staff. So in a humor way. So yeah.
Also, one more thing, we did want to do it from a female's point of view, so that we didn't want everybody assumes that everybody going to the gym's all macho and it has to be super bro-y, and we didn't want it to seem that way. We wanted it to seem like it's for people who want to be healthy.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
What we're going to do now is I'm going to talk, the judges are going to decide. I'm going to be here to help them. If you guys could go and have your cookies and lemonade, and please make sure there's no cookies left so we can get to next year again. Okay? And I'll call you back when the judges have made a decision. Good job, guys. So once again, thanks everyone for attending. Thanks especially for our judges who did a very good job. for taking the time out. They had something good to say about each and every ad, okay? But as you know, the way I play the game, there's only one winner whose name gets engraved here. I don't believe in prizes for everyone, you know that. In second place, honorable mention, was Cheryl Center. And in first place, I'd like to invite the team from the Kimmel Arena up here, and especially my good friend Trent. So who'd like to accept the award? Ben, you need to accept this award.
Yes,
So
Ben.
get a shot of you accepting it and us shaking hands. All right, good job to everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations.